So it's going to be very cheaply done, and we hope that it will be information, some good information for the viewers. It's built for the coaches and some of the elite athletes. It's going to go from very novice to advanced judo skills. It's going to be reviewing simple things such as warm-ups to more advanced European ideas, and it's going to also go into the Judo Saskatchewan system of competition development, and also into the ideas of drills and how to prepare for competitions. We want to produce videos throughout the next couple of years dealing on different principles, but we have to start somewhere. This is our first video, and we hope that you enjoy it and we get some positive feedback. I will be doing a lot of demonstrating, as well as Rafa Ibanez and Gonzalo Ibanez. And we hope that you enjoy it, and we will be going on to future and better things. We're just going to be reviewing some quick warm-up exercises for judo that are very good for building muscle endurance and also helping to produce a skill, which is very well used in Newaza. Okay, so we're going to start basically with the pulling exercises, and then we'll get into ebbies and shrimps and all the other things, and some things we can do with partners. Okay, so basically the pulling exercise, okay, we want to put our hands in front here, all right, palms here, okay, pull through, all right, pull through, try to bring your chest, pull your chest through, all right, and through like you're going to pin somebody with Yokoshi Okatami. The next thing we're going to be doing is another pulling exercises, but it helps you with your Kamishi Okatami, okay? Again, we're here like this, we're pulling except we're bringing our legs out to the sides, okay? One important thing is we want to be looking forward, and we don't want to be coming up high here like this. We want to stay low as we possibly can, okay? Through, pull through, pull through. What we're doing next is the basic ebby, or you know, your day. It's very good for teaching the kids how to escape. Okay, it's important that really push yourself out. Okay, get the arm movement as well. The shrimp is very good for creating space, the space that you need to be able to bridge out. Okay, it's like you're being pinned in Kamishi Okatami. You have to create that space and then follow with the bridge. Okay, so I'm making space. The next thing that we're going to do is ebby with the partner. Okay, our partner is coming to pin us from top, and we're making some space and trying to escape. Okay, out, out, out. Another warm-up pulling exercise is when a partner stands in front of you. He takes 2 steps forward, and you pull yourself through. Very much like the original pulling exercise. Another exercise that we can do is very good for the abdominal area. It's a sit-up exercise. It's almost a plyometric exercise. It goes like this. Starting in this position, put your hands behind, push your stomach through. To go along with this abdominal workout, we can also do it with a partner. Our partner straddles us. We put our hands by the ankles and push through. Basically, when you're doing a warm-up for practice, you want to start with the basic running around, stretching out, good amount of stretching, making sure that the kids are very well ready to practice for the hard, strenuous event, which is judo. You're also going to do your break falls, your left and rights, your back break falls, and then definitely throw in some gymnastics. Okay, your gymnastics should be, you can go from somersaults, and if you can, when walking on your hands, you can also do some cartwheels. You can do some round-offs. You can do some trenchkas, which is a mixture between a cartwheel and a handspring. And you can do some handsprings. We're going to do some combative games. All right, the first combative game we're going to do is primarily for our shoulder area, build some muscle endurance and some coordination. Okay, the partners are going to face each other. So try to be head to head. Keep your feet together. All right. The object of the game is to knock the person off balance by taking the arm off. Try to have a best 2 out of 3. The loser does 10 push-ups. The next combative game that we're going to be doing is to develop some mobility, some movement, and also to practice bending our legs. Okay, the important factors with this one, which is going to be to touch our feet, okay, is to bend our legs. One thing is to keep looking at the person's eye. Okay, we don't want to be keeping transfixed on the person's foot. Okay, we want to be looking here like this and moving around trying to get the feet. All right, again, best 2 out of 3. Loser does 10 push-ups. The next combative game will be the shoulder touch. Okay, this is to help us start with the idea of grip fighting. Okay, the strategy of trying to touch the person's shoulder and the other person trying to block and touch the shoulder themselves. It's very much like grip fighting in judo. All right, the person that touches first usually gets the dominant grip. Okay, we start out, okay, trying very easily to touch the shoulder. Things that we want to avoid is hand contact to the head and big swings hitting the head here like this. Please point that out from the beginning, and then you can start. The next combative game comes from Poland. It's one way that you can help develop your sotogari. You're going to have 2 partners coming together, taking an overhand grip, and then hopping, developing the support leg and the power needed to throw with the sotogari. Okay, one partner takes the hand here, the other partner takes the other hand there. You bring the legs together, and then it's go. The first novice judo technique we're going to be showing is osotogari. It's a very basic and powerful technique that almost all beginners learn their first judo practice. There's some very basic fundamentals such as bending your knee, having good posture, and leg kick. Okay, they can be broken down into different areas. One important thing that I want you to remember about the leg kick is it's almost like kicking a ball. Okay, you have to have good follow through with your kick. Okay, when you kick a ball, it's not like lifting your knee, and that's what you see a lot of times with beginners. They start to do their chikomis and they're lifting their knee. Okay, you want to come all the way through, very much like kicking a ball. When I say osotogari is a novice technique, I mean it's one of the first techniques that you teach beginners. But great champions like Yamashita from Japan and great Canadian champions like Nicholas Gill have used this technique effectively their whole career. It was one of my strong techniques, and we're going through the basics right now. Okay, to start with, your opponent cannot be grabbing over top here like this. If that happens and the person comes with soto, he's going to be countered or she's going to be countered. Okay, if the opponent does take the high grip, just simply strip it down, put it onto the arm. The other hand, either take the lapel grip here or the overhand grip here. Okay? Important aspects are stepping, okay, square to the foot, right? And bending this knee. Okay, we want to be low, alright? Low. Alright? With this hand, we're going to pull across to the belt. This is the initial kazushi. The hand that's over top, basically to teach the beginners, tell them to relax it, because they tend to be all stiff with that hand, and when they try to get close, they're stiff, so they're going to be far away. Just tell them to lay it on the shoulder and relax it. Therefore, when they come close, okay, even though they don't have great head control, it's just relaxed and they can get in. The leg sweep is like kicking a ball. Okay? Very much like we said. You can use an example of putting a ball right beside your opponent's feet, and that works out very well because that's almost where your foot wants to be. Okay? And you can kick the ball through. Again, we're going to just show you quickly how it looks from this angle. Okay, this hand here goes on the shoulder or takes the lapel grip. Important, it relaxes. This one pulls to the belt, and then the foot comes forward, this leg bent. Posture is important. If the person's bent over like this, and they try to kick with the El Soto, it's going to be impossible to drive through. Okay, they want to be trying to come through their leg. Okay, nice and control. Pulling to the belt. Okay, pulling to the belt is very important to bring the kazushi off. All right, a nice high kick. Okay, creates momentum. Okay, and then on the 10th one or whatever, you can come and follow through. Okay, this is basically how the El Soto looks. From this angle, it's going to be important for you to watch what I'm doing with my hip and how it's pushing through the opponent, and also watch my feet and how I pull across to the belt. The next throw that we're going to do is Yupan Seonagi. There's many variations to this throw around the world, but we're going to show some of the very basic ones. Important things to remember is good posture, okay? Standing nice and tall, okay? Bending your legs, all right? Keeping a good posture, all right? The whole time, and popping with the hip. Okay? Many times when you get beginners, a lot of times they put their bum way too far outside in that direction. All right? And another thing you see with beginners a lot is them putting their feet together. Okay? You want to have about a shoulder width apart. This way you can bend and pop up nicely with the throw. The first Seonagi that I'm going to show is very basic, grabbing the arm. Okay? We go back to our beginner time, and when our coach tells us to look at our watch. Okay? We face our partner like this. We want to pull off balance. When we do come in, okay, good contact here in the shoulder, all right, turn all the way. You want to have almost a back to chest contact, right? Looking straight forward with the head, but leaving enough room in the feet that if I bend down, here like this, I can get up and throw. Again, with this Seonagi, we want to make sure that we get nice and tight in the shoulder area. Okay? But staying relaxed enough that we can turn our shoulders all the way. Okay? At this point, if I'm a beginner judo player, I'm going to try to throw from here. But the secret obviously is to bend your knees. Okay? When we do uchikomis, alright, we ask our partner to put his hand up and we cup our hand like this. Because many times in beginner judo, we see them keep their arm way back here, you know, and that tells our opponent that we're attacking. So just simply, just tell them to put their hand out here like this, so it makes it a smoother transition for the Seonagi. The next Seonagi I'm going to be showing is from a standard grip, and you switch back to the other side with the Seonagi. This is a very effective way of doing Seonagi. Many national team members from around the world use it very effectively. One of the best ever was Walamanda Ligan from Poland. Okay? What you want to do is take a standard grip, lapel grip here, and a hand grip here. With the lapel grip, we're going to be coming underneath the arm. Okay? Kazushi is created by the wrist. Okay? Just a simple pull like this. Okay? All the same principles apply. The bending the legs, trying to have your back touching his chest or her chest. The next throw that we're going to be doing is Tai Toshi. Tai Toshi is one of the most used techniques in the judo world, but it takes a very good time. There's many variations, but the one that we're going to be showing is more the classical style. Okay, there's a lot of important aspects to it. Okay, when we finally finish with our Tai Toshi, a lot of beginners, they start they start to be on this side instead of being more in this direction. Okay, so you want to have a little more weight on this leg, almost 100% weight. Making sure you're saying 100% will emphasize that they have to put weight on it, and it will in reality make sure that they have about 50% weight on it, or 60-40% weight, which is perfect. Many times when you see Tai Toshi, you see the person's toe up here like this, and it's very hard to throw a person with Tai Toshi. You're supposed to be throwing in this direction, and all the weight's on this leg, and not on the supporting weight. So you want to put your weight down here. One way that you can try to teach the Tai Toshi without having a partner is you can put X's down on the ground where their feet should go. Okay? So first, okay, my foot goes here, second, there, third, across. I put again. Notice how much weight I put down on there. Okay? Emphasize 100%, and that'll make sure that it's 50. Okay? And they can try to speed up. Whoops. Okay, just making sure that we have good weight on here, good balance, all right? And we'll also make sure that we'll have good snap with the technique. Now we're going to be doing our Tai Toshi with our partner. Important things to be looking for is the kazushi. Also, the way that this arm is blocking the shoulder. A lot of times with beginners and with even some advanced players, they bring the elbow across and make it into a seiyo toshi, which is a fantastic technique, but it's not Tai Toshi. Also, you'll see that there's a bit of space between me and Ralph, and that allows me to throw him over my leg. Okay? First, standard grip. Here, you know, you can do a Tai Toshi from an overhand grip as well, but it's a little different. Okay? Standard grip, right above the collarbone, okay, and right up by the wrist here. Okay? First step across. Second, bringing the person nice and high. Okay? Alright? Almost on my tippy toes. Okay? I have to be very quick. Okay? Here, third, stepping across. Alright? Notice how my arm is blocking the shoulder here and pushing my opponent in this direction. Okay? Again, step 1, 2. The person's foot is almost, okay, right in between my feet. 3, stepping here. 4, he's going to be falling in that direction. Okay? I'm going to go a little quicker here and just watch. I'm going to show you quickly one way that you can do Tai Toshi Uchikomi in a very fast manner. And the most important thing is practicing your kazushi. Okay? Again, standard grip. Like this. Okay? You're only going to go halfway. Okay? The third step can come when you're going to throw. Alright? So you're just going to go halfway. The next technique that we're going to be doing is Uchimaki Komi. This is a very good technique that you can use in combination with Nippon Seonengi. One way of describing it easily to the kids and making sure that they get the technique proper is tell them to spread their legs a little, okay, and go down to the ground like they're here like this, almost like they're surfing. See? Get them to go like this. This is a very easy way to get them to understand that they have to bend their legs and keep their back straight and good posture. Right? So they're surfing. That also will lead to that you have to shoot your arm through and get control of your opponent. And then when it comes to throwing, it's like doing a side break fall. You're going to bring this foot across to this side. Okay? So you're surfing and you bring the person through. Okay? So again, just start, have them stand up and see if they can actually do this part of the skill. And it's simple. Tell them to bend their legs, here like this, there you go. That's the first part. The second part will be to get them to hop, like this. Can they go like this? if they can do that, they can do the throw. Okay, now we're going to continue on with the surfing idea. Okay, you ask your opponent to put their hands up here like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to surf through on the body. So again, with the idea of surfing. Okay, surf. Okay, surf. Surf. Okay, make sure that they're putting their leg quite far through here, okay? It's very important that they have their leg through. Because if it's only here, when they sweep back, they're sweeping for no leg. But if it's all the way through here, when they sweep back, they have the person's leg. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay? So then, you can graduate to having the person grab over top, okay, here like this, okay, pull down here, and surf through. Just like this. Alright. Surf. Surf. They have the technique already. And you can also combine it with them doing sit on Aggie, come all the way out, and surf. Sit on Aggie, come all the way out, and surf. Important is make sure that they don't think that the name of the throw is surfing. It's Kuchi Nakakomi. Okay? So Hansan Aggie, Kuchi Nakakomi. Hansan Aggie, Kuchi Nakakomi. One of the most important aspects that you should be teaching a person that just joined judo after they've learned a few of the fundamental throws is how to do their kazushi properly. If you do your pull properly, no matter how good or how bad your technique is, you'll have an opportunity to throw because your kazushi is so good. Okay? Important aspects for you to remember is look at your watch. Okay? The reason that you look at the watch is because it makes sure that you pull the arm all the way through. Okay? Also, when we talk about kazushi, it's the whole body. It's not just pulling with your arms. You have to use your whole body to open a person up. Okay? And very much like any judo throw, you have to use your whole body. You have to bend your legs and throw the person using your arms, your legs, your stomach, your back, your whole body. Okay, so we're going to be talking about our kazushi, using this arm, and this arm pulling to our ear. Okay? So it's just a basic opening up movement. Okay? One important aspect that you see when kids do judo, and it's the most important thing, maybe in all throws, is to turn your head. Okay? Your body will follow your head. So if I'm doing kazushi like this, alright, and I go to turn the throw, if I haven't turned my head, then I won't be able to throw. But just look how my body turns as I turn my head. So it's just natural. Okay, there's many ways to teach. When we talk about kazushi, it's a two-person cooperation. Because if I have a bad uke who's resisting when I try to do my kazushi, I'm not going to be able to do my kazushi properly. So what you have to ask your tori to relax and let you do the work. Okay, first we're going to make sure that we grab underneath here like this by the wrist. Because if someone grabs over top here like this, I can only pull as far as he's holding. Alright? Another thing we're going to do is when we do our feet is Ralph's foot here is 1 point, his other foot the second point, and my foot is the third point in a triangle. My other foot is going to come behind and almost make a big right angle. Okay? Okay? Then I'm going to grip here. My second grip is going to be at the collarbone. I can take it over top and still do the kazushis, but for more effectiveness and explosiveness, it's better to take by the collarbone. I was a power hand fighter and I'd fight from here, but I'd do my kazushis from here, just to make sure that I have the proper kazushi. This hand is going to pull out and high. This one's going to pull to my ear. One important factor is if I can only pull with my arms, that's all I'm going to be, power I'm going to create is with my arms. But if I pull with my whole body, okay, bending my legs, alright, turning my head, pulling as far as I can with this arm, then I have good kazushi. It's important for your uke to bend down at the same time. Bend down. Okay? Then we both bend, we pull up. There. I'm pulling him up. Okay? This hand is pulling, an opening. Pulling, an opening. Right? So when I finish turning, I should be looking in this direction. Alright? But my feet stay still. They don't start coming in like this, or they don't move. Okay? Just stay still. I'm using my legs and my upper body. Okay? One more time. Another way to help your Kizushi, or develop your Kizushi, is to do it with moving. Okay? Moving, you're going to have to take a bit of a stutter step to be able to catch up to the person. First I'm going to show it quickly from the side, and then I'm going to do some up the way. So I started in this position. Okay, my opponent goes down. I pull. I take a step back. Did you notice the quick stutter step? Here like this. But I end up in this position. Okay? Then I go down, and I pull. And stutter step. And pull. Okay? Another way to develop good Kizushi is to make sure that you're pulling with this one hand. You can do one-handed Kizushis. It's an important aspect because a lot of times in people's throws, they forget to pull this high. I even forget to pull it high a lot of times too. Therefore, it takes away from your throwing opportunity. So what you're going to do is take the hand here. This hand here, you can put by your belt. Right? Again, in position here, back down, and pull your opponent. Pull. 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 Now we're going to do a quick drill on how to make a really good workout of your Kizushi. Basically what it is you're going to do 10 repetitions of just normal pulling, and then you're going to do moving pulling. So you emphasize on the opening up, bending your legs, and then the actual moving part, which is so fundamental to throws. So with your partner, you just start static. Then, after you've completed 10, you go moving. The first throw that we're going to be doing is Uchimata. This is personally my favorite technique. It's a technique that I spend a lot of time on. It's a very advanced technique and it takes some coordination, but the basics are basics. With all throws in judo, you have to bend your legs, you have to have good Kizushi. And if you do the basics like that, you will have a good throw. For Uchimata, the important factor is, with your first step, that's the one that has to bend the most. You have to bend this one first. Okay? A lot of times when you see beginners, when they're doing their techniques, they take the first step and their leg is stiff. So when they go and bring the second one back, then they have no explosion or hop. Okay? So make sure that all beginners, when they start to take their first step, should be bent. And this is almost true for all judo techniques. If your first step is bent, then your throw will be low and exploding up. Okay, now Uchimata with our partner. Much like the Kizushi that we were doing, I want to grab here, okay, nice and close to the wrist, so I get maximum pull across. Okay, I'm going to take a high grip. That's personally where I like to grip. You can go grip a little lower. Personally, I like the high grip and keep my elbow down. Okay, like I said, first step, nice and low. Second step, right behind. Okay. At the time I'm just taking my first step, that's when I start my pull. Okay? That's when I start my pull. Okay? My second step, there has to be a lot of pressure coming down. Okay? There has to be, okay? This is an uncomfortable position. You want to get out of this position as fast as possible. And that's good, because then you'll be coming up for Uchimata. Okay? So, first we take the first step low, second bring your foot behind, and pull up here. Okay, pull up as high as you can. All right. Again, we're forming a bit of a triangle at the feet. Here we go. I'm at the top of the triangle. Bending, then up. Okay. Okay. One of the most important things about Uchimata is the sweep with your leg.
Okay? A lot of times when you see people do Shimada, they turn too far with their back and they're sweeping here with the bent leg. You want to be side with your opponent here, and straight up that leg. Okay? Alright? So there's another way of doing Uchimata Uchikomi, it's lifting. Lifting me, okay? And you're going to be lifting with a straight leg sideways and lifting the person straight up. Okay? So you come in, right? And you lift with your opponent. Okay? You're trying to keep good position here and trying to keep this leg and lifting straight up. And naturally, when you want to go throw, you just turn your head. So I'll do 2 or 3 of these and throw. Okay, there's 2 ways for moving with the Uchimata. Okay, there's forwards and backwards. First we'll deal with the forwards, then we'll do with the backwards. Okay, you want to take your grip. Okay, and again, you start just coming naturally like this, so you make sure you have good position. Then take a big step backwards, hold the person. 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 When you move backwards with your opponent doing Uchimata, you want to lift him every single time. Okay? So most likely you actually start with a Kouchi to clear that foot out, and then you go backwards. So you go backwards, here, and lift. Okay? Here, and lift. And you go all the way down the line. A good combination to use with Uchimata is Sasai. It circles the person and brings the person onto you, and therefore you'll be able to throw with a very nice Uchimata. So we'll just circle. Another nice combination is a wuchi, which pushes the person back, they react forward, and you throw with Uchimata again. One of the most popular throws in judo today is the Sode Tsuri Komigoshi. It's been made popular by individuals such as Koga from Japan, who's a triple-time world champion and Olympic champion. The throw, it's your basic hip throw, and it takes a lot of kazushi with a pulling or pushing hand. If you can master that initial kazushi, you'll be able to throw with this throw. Sode Tsuri Komigoshi is a nice throw that you can use because it's going from one gripping situation and you can switch back to the other direction. It's very effective in that way. So you can be fighting right and switch with the left sode. And that can take a person off guard at any time. That's the classical style, and that's what we'll show right away. So you take a standard grip, hand here, and hand here. This is an important hand. If you feel uncomfortable, you can eventually, in Randori, switch it to an under lapel hand here like this. To start with, just here. Then you can switch it here. And you come through. Okay? Alright, you can have a little bit of a hip out, or you can be straight. Okay, at this point, you just throw. The sode that we're going to be looking at is the one-handed sode. It's been, like I said, made popular by Koga. He did it for many different gripping situations. What we're going to do is, like I said, you take a standard grip, you let go. So you've been fighting hard for that grip. Okay? So what you're going to do is take a cross step. Okay? Cross step, pull high. Notice my thumb is pointing straight up. Okay? Then I'm going to pivot through, like so, here, right and left. Alright? Alright, another way of doing it is also just keeping the hand on this side. So then when I release this hand, the arm will naturally go up a little bit. Okay? Okay? This pull has to be high. Alright? Has to be high. Body position here. Okay? Here. Okay? Lift. And finish. The first combination for this technique will be the kuchigari to the sode. The kuchigari opens up the sode very easily because it acts as your first step. So we have our grip here. We do the kuuchi, person steps back, sode. Kuuchi, person steps back, sode. Another technique to use is the Yamarashi Taitoshi. Taitoshi, coming out and through. Taitoshi, coming out, through. And the third combination that we can use, it's a little tricky in it, but it's very effective, is you come sode here, you come too far, and you come with kuuchi. Okay, so here, sode, I've come too far, kuuchi. When we're doing uchigari, we're going to talk about two different ways. Okay? The first way is a direct entry. The second way is a step entry. Okay? Uchigari is a fantastic throw for action-reaction. It can be used with any throw. Murate Seonagi to a uchigari, or uchigari to Murate Seonagi, and a uchigari with a soto, or uchigari with a uchimata or haragoshi. It's one of the best throws that you can use for combination of action-reaction. Okay, uchigari, again, we don't want to have our opponent's arm way up here. Even though sometimes it's very effective, you can get the uchigari here like this, but sometimes it's restricting, okay? Right? So if we can, just try to have it there. That's a little more comfortable than way up here. Because if you're bent over here and then you're reaching with the uchi, sometimes bad things will happen. Okay? So try to have it down here. Okay? This hand is here. This hand, like your sotogari when you're teaching it, tell the students to relax it at first. Okay? Just relax it. Okay? Put it on here, and all that hand can do is push down on your opponent. Okay? With this, the first uchigari, we're stepping forward here with the left foot. Okay? I'm right-handed, so I'm stepping forward with my left foot. Alright? And I'm stepping forward. Okay? I want to make contact with my partner. Okay? Okay, because this hand is relaxing, it's allowing me to come in and make contact. This hand here is pushing to the belt. This hand here is pushing down. What I'm doing with my leg is I'm going to make a small, tiny circle in between his legs. An omuchi reaping action. I'm pushing with my stomach and making contact. Okay, I'm going to do a few, and then I'll. Okay, we're going to look at a uchigari from this angle. Important to watch my head. It doesn't turn to the side or this side. If I come over uchigari and I turn my head to the side, my opponent can counter me very easily. Okay? I want to be looking straight forward through the opponent, because that's where I'm going to be knocking them. Okay? So let's start here. Watch where my feet. Okay? Watch my feet. Okay? Circling. Okay? I'm stepping to the middle and making a small circle. From this angle, I'm going to talk about attacking uchigari with one hand. Okay? So that means having one grip and then coming in. I'm going to do it from two different grips. One from the sleeve and one from the lapel. First the sleeve. Just grab the sleeve on the outside here. Keeping this hand back. Okay? Like I'm faking to grab up over top or something. Okay? What I'm going to do is touch this hand and then come over top here. Back and out. Back and out. And then simply, to do it another way, is to grab the collar here like this. Alright? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap his hand, because he's getting a good grip on me. Slap the hand, circle. Slap the hand, circle. Slap the hand. When I throw with this one, I usually want to spread the person out and follow him all the way down to the mat. Okay? For this uchigari, which is the second style, is I'm going to, instead of stepping with my left foot forward, I'm going to step with my right foot forward. Okay? I step with my right foot forward because a lot of times that's the one that leads for almost all of my techniques. Okay? So it makes it very useful to create an action-reaction. Okay? Watch my feet as I step forward here and bring my other foot behind it. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? After I go 1, 2, then I make the reaping throwing action. Okay? When I do the uchikomi, I just want to be coming 1, 2, and getting contact. Again, controlling this arm, pulling it tight, and nice and tight up here. So. Important in this uchi-gari again is not to turn my head. Okay, if I turn it in any direction, notice how my body starts to turn as I turn my head. Well, if I come in a uchi-gari and I turn my head, okay, I'm very much in trouble for a uranagi counter. Okay, the key is to look straight through the person, straight over the shoulder. Okay, that's the direction you want to be going. Okay, again, controlling the shoulders with the center. As I was saying before, uchi is a very good technique to create action-reaction. It's used almost with every technique that we use. You can use it uchi-gari, set up beside toshi. You can use uchi-gari, set up in a soto-gari. Okay, we can use uchi-gari, set up in uchimata. So we can use also uchi-gari to set up a seonagi or karate seonagi. But we can also use a uchi as a combination to go to. So if I was coming uchimata against a person, maybe I came in really strong the first attack and I noticed his resistance. The next time I come uchimata, the resistance is there, and I chop back with the uchi. Yokotomanagi. Yokotomanagi is one of the nicest throws that can be seen execution-wise. It's a throw that is almost pure timing, and it's another throw that can work very well with action-reaction. It's a throw that is a variation off the regular tomanagi style, straight back. Yokotomanagi is a little bit to the side and spinning underneath. Yokotomanagi is a very difficult throw to start with, and it's a very difficult throw to do without actually throwing. It's a throw that there is no uchikomis for. It's a throw that you actually have to practice the movement and get the feeling. Okay? The easiest way to teach it is start at a little bit of an angle, almost a left-right angle. What I want to do is I want to chop this leg back. Okay? By chopping this leg back, I've now created a nice space for my body to fit through. Okay? You can see this position here. See? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this foot up here. Okay? Just here like this. Here. Okay? The foot, as the same as tomanagi, should be at the belt or just above the belt. Okay? Here we have nice control. Alright? When we actually execute the throw, we chop. Here, we've created the space. This is the most important part. Okay? I come down, I'm close. Okay? I'm not far away. If I'm far away, there's no way I'm going to catch. The person's going to move around, or I'm going to have too straight of a leg to power through. I need to have this leg action here like this. Okay? I'm turning. Okay? They're working together. So I'm trying to be as close as I can and turning. Right? So I clear the person out here, here, here. Okay, one more time. Clear the person out here. Now see, you notice it's easy for me to transfer by weight. Just like this. Here, here. We're going to look at Kashiwazaki style of tomanagi. A lot of times Kashiwazaki like to bend the person over. With this hand, he'd grab underneath the armpit. Okay? Okay? So he grabs underneath the armpit. Okay? With this hand, same thing, grabbing underneath the armpit. He pulls the person down. Okay? Cuts the person out, and then circles under. combinations that work very well with Yoko Tomonagi is Taitoshi, which creates that space that you need to throw. So you came in for Taitoshi, the person now moves and makes that perfect area for you to come in, here, there. Another good fake or combination for Tomonagi is Uchimata. Okay, you come in from Uchimata, the person's blocked, you come out, you create this space. Notice the space. Very important for the Tomonagi. Then you can come through. Drop Kataguruma. This is probably the most popular throw coming in from the Russian nations lately. It's very similar to a lot of wrestling throws, as you are popping underneath the person's center of gravity and throwing them over. It has a lot of timing aspects very similar to Seonagi. To do this throw, we're going to ask Gonzalo Ibanez to please demonstrate, because he's an expert, probably one of the best in Canada. Drop Kataguruma is another throw that you can't be doing uchikomis for per se. It's a throw that you actually have to practice and really get hands-on experience. One benefit to this throw is the break fall is not very hard. Something that maybe the uke can think about is when they do the break fall, to put their hand over their head to protect their head from falling into the mat. Okay, Gonzalo's going to come in and show us. Okay, he's going to take a standard grip. He's going to come underneath the arm and grab the armpit. Okay, important is this control here, right? I don't have that much control because he has this part. What he's going to do now is he's going to enter and pull me to him. It's not a matter of just him coming in. He pulls me to him, keeping his neck tight with my armpit, my arm tight underneath here, and then he's going to kick that leg out and sit down on his bum. The execution of the throw is very fast. Gonzalo's going to do a few just step-ins just to make sure that he practices getting the tightness that he needs, and then he's going to follow with 2 or 3 throws. Okay, notice the grip again. Here, steps through, makes it tight, steps through, makes it tight, steps through, makes it tight. Now he's going to do 2 or 3 throws. We're going to do a few very effective combinations for the Kataguruma. Again, notice that he breaks my balance and comes back the other direction. Action, reaction, principle of judo. Okay, first Gonz is going to do Uchimata. Comes, circles the arm, throws. Okay, one more time. Uchimata, circles the arm. Okay, I'm going to do a quick combination. It's going to be, all right, Kashimizaki grip for the Tomonagi, grabbing underneath that armpit, grabbing under, press it over. I fake the action that I'm going to be coming Tomonagi here, and then I shoot through. Okay, one more time. Okay, I have the person bent over. I fake that I'm by bringing my feet together here like this, and I'm going to do the Tomonagi, then I come step through like so. Okay, I'm going to show Otori Geishi, European style, which means 2 on one side grip, very deep with the grabbing, and it's a very good controlling technique. You can get one beautiful throw out of it, and a lot of little tiny throws. But the most important thing, again, is to create an action-reaction. Okay? This is a technique that is popular in the Soviet Union, or the former Soviet Union, and all over Europe. This is a throw that, again, cannot be done, there cannot be an uchikomi for it. It's a throw that, it's a very easy break fall, and it's something that can be practiced step by step. First step is, okay, especially when we're fighting somebody that has a very strong overhand grip in a left-right, right-left situation, we want to capture the hand first, pull the person across, grab it deep. You can either grab the belt or grab the armpit. I prefer the armpit. Okay? What I'm going to do then is I'm going to post up on this leg, here like this, having the person bent over, and then put my foot through, just right behind their knee. And then with the other foot, I'm going to hop right in front, here like this. And then I'm going to proceed to roll the person over into position and go all over the pin. Again, pulling the arm across, grabbing behind the armpit, I post up, okay? You put the foot here. This is for people that are just starting, okay? This just gives them a little balance when they hop in front. When I hop in front, I just bend my bum here and roll out, okay? Making a very circular pattern. So I pull here, grab here, hop here, okay? So here, here, and roll. Very circular. Okay, we saw the very basic, simple style, okay? We're here, and we put the foot in here to help us balance. But we don't have to have that foot in there all the time for this, okay? So we're here, we pop across here, and what we do, okay, to make it more effective, is as we hop here, this comes up. It's not resting here, okay? So we hop, okay? So we're here, we hop. Ashiwaza is one of the fundamental aspects of judo. It helps you set up throws. Michael Swain, world champion from the United States in 1987, describes foot sweeps, Ashiwaza, as being a way to, kind of like a boxer, how a boxer sets up his opponent with the jab and then comes through with his power shots. Well, it can be applied the same in judo, as you use your feet to set up your major techniques. Okay? You know, we've all done the basic Ashiwaza drills, the foot sweeps side to side, really this, one step sideways, one step through, okay, just like this. We've done the turns like this. We practice the Izaguruma, okay. The most important things when we teach those are, we need to bend this leg. Supporting leg, and be straight and powerful with this foot, with this leg. The foot should be facing, okay, the wall, and this hand should be coming down by the belt. Okay. For all those techniques, okay, side to side, okay, step through, and heads up. Sologari is one of the excellent throws to create action-reaction, both forward and backwards. It's a throw that is used very effectively with throws such as Uchimata, Hiragoshi, and even sometimes Sane, because you create a nice action forward and come back with a reaction. It's very much like a Tanya Toshi, except with the Tanya Toshi, we stick the foot out. Sologari, keeping the knee here, and briefly crossing over. With our partner, we want to take the standard grip again, here, and here. And what we do is we take a small step in front, we lift this leg up, and come back. And we take a little hop back here like this, then nice and tight. Okay, this arm's pulling to the belt, and this one's pulling in the back. Then we're just going to come backwards here like this. Okay? So we're here, take a step up here, start some kazushi, we stop at halfway. Foot comes up, behind, here. The action-reaction for Sologari is a combination in its own. You have to create that kazushi to be able to use the proper technique of Sologari. Again, you have to have that kazushi. Start with kazushi, okay? Kazushi, start, step behind. Okay? When I step behind, notice my knee is here. This is Tanya Toshi, Sologari, Sologaki. Okay? Here here, and then down and turn. Sotogaki is a great throw to use because you're hooking in on the person and using your weight and their weight against them. It's a good throw to use when the opponent or when you're behind in the match. It's a throw that either you're going to throw the person for ippon or you're going to get thrown for ippon. It's a big chance, but it's a chance that will pay off most of the time. I will be showing the Sotogaki from this angle. Okay, the most important thing is the reaping action here. Okay, I'm reaping with my calf and the back of his calf. Notice how his leg is moving out. Okay, so we're going to be in a left-right situation, okay, or a right-left situation. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a big step and a hug. Okay, okay, but with the hug here, I'm coming down here. The hug here, here. Okay, with the foot, I'm reaping. Okay, I'm pulling it through, just like this. From this angle, you will see the upper grip here, which is either around the armpit or above here. Okay, so I can be setting them up with my feet, you know, hitting here, and we're grip fighting with this hand, with that hand. Okay, we're not letting the partner go. If I want, I can grab the gi, is the bell right by his neck, here, and reap, and then release and get his neck. Alright? Or we can just be fighting here like this, again, using your feet here to be setting the person up. And what you're going to do is you're just going to hop in, here, and hop. Right? Either got him here or catching the head. Again, reaping. I'm going to show a quick, almost combination, a way to practice Sotogaki, a very effective competition and practice scenario. This is a good way for Ralph to practice his taitoshi, and it's a good way for me to practice with Sotogaki. Okay, get in a position. It really doesn't matter where my grip is. I'm going to be reacting to Ralph. Okay, I'd like to have at least have this grip here. Ralph's going to come in hard with the taitoshi. Okay, if I stay here, Ralph's going to throw me for ippon. Alright? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to step over with this foot. I'm going to turn my body and to face the opposite direction. And again, I'm going to reap with the foot. This time, we're going to go at a little faster speed so you can understand that I'm just reacting to Ralph's taitoshi. Okay? When you practice this drill, you practice, okay, you say, Ralph, you throw me the taitoshi. If I'm not able to react, throw me for ippon. If I'm able to react, then I will be able to throw Ralph sort of back. Okay. The Jason Morris sticker. It's kind of a funny name, and it's a kind of Sotogaki kind of Otiashi frisbee. What it basically is a way of neutralizing your opponent and enabling you to throw with either this technique or to set another technique up. Jason Morris was a silver medalist in the Barcelona Olympics and has placed in the world before for the United States. He used this throughout his international career, and it was one of the most effective and spectacular ways to set up a Zushimata, and one of the most effective ways to prevent himself from being thrown because he can neutralize any left-hander's grip. You want to be in a left-right situation to practice the Jason Morris sticker. Okay? The reason that he calls it the sticker is that you're able to get your foot inside and stop the person from moving this foot. You put all the weight on this person's foot and they don't want to be there. So even if he's gripping over top here like this, I have good control. Okay? The foot should come right behind, just like this, almost hooking it. Okay? Right behind the person's ankle. What I'm going to do is not pull it forward, is I want to pull it across. So I want to pull this foot across to my toe, and then a little bit backwards, throw the person backwards. So we're here, okay, I pull across and through. Again, this throw is very effective when you're going to be stopping a person from attacking. Okay, and it's something that Jason said that, you know, you get to the point when you're randoring and two people are just standing here like this. What do I do? Well, he said, oh, you know, I just put it here. You know, okay, I put it here, I'm safe. Plus, well, this guy might have an action-reaction and I can throw him all of a sudden. It's also a way to prevent him from attacking. Because if I'm here and he goes to attack and he lifts his weight, eventually he starts to come off balance and I can throw him. Okay, so this is also very good. Okay, if I'm planting it here, you know, we're fighting, it's, you know, judo is not a static sport, so you know, you don't have to keep it there all the time, but you put it there, okay, you release, you can come with a Uchimata attack, you release, you can come with a Taitoshi attack, you release, you can come with a Hosoto attack. But the most effective for this one is to let your opponent react themselves. Okay, so when he starts to react to it or move it out of the way, then you can follow with a throw. Okay, or he releases, he lifts straight up. Okay, here you can come with a Taitoshi. So it's very effective for neutralizing and setting techniques up. Okay, you know, you just come out, you're fighting, put it there, you know. There you go. Here and through. Waluchikomi. This is an aspect of judo that's really helped me improve as an athlete. It's a very effective way of practicing judo without having a partner. Regrettably, no matter where you travel in the world, you don't always have a partner to practice with. So doing these simple techniques will help improve your technique, and it will be a way for you to practice maybe at home, or when you're on a vacation, or when you don't have a partner. Uchigiri on the wall. Okay, two ways of doing it. Basically, we want to put our hands spread out apart like this, and we're going to be stepping forward and coming through. Okay, I'm going to be pushing against the wall, all right, with my stomach, so I'm going to have as much contact as possible. Okay, so one hand here. I'm stepping forward, I'm bending, coming through, contact. Stepping forward, coming through, contact. Stepping forward, through, contact. I'm also going to show for Uchigiri, leading with my right foot, coming back, and coming to planting. Okay, again, hands against the wall. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I need to have contact. I need to feel that contact, like I'm knocking into a person. Okay, important also is that I'm looking straight forward. I'm not turning my head. All right, I'm putting my power forward. Okay, so I start with my foot up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm circling with my hip. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Uchimata, Waluchikomi. It's a good way to produce that power that you need in your legs. Okay, that explosive sweep up. All right. We'll start with the standard style. What is, again, hands against the wall. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to bend your supporting leg. Okay, you want to be able to create power that way. So you want to be bent low. You want to keep your sweeping leg nice and straight. The next part of Uchimata Waluchikomi is practicing getting depth. That means bending your legs to create power. We're going to have one hand up here, okay, on the wall. The second hand is going to be at your side. You're going to be practicing your Kazushi here. What you're going to do is practice like you have a partner here. You're going to be taking a step, 1, 2, 3. You want to be as close as possible to the wall. Here like this. Okay? very good way to practice power and speed. It's very effective for your throws. The last volley chikomi that I'm going to show is when you actually come in and practice the step in and the sweep. The important thing that I forgot to mention when you're doing the volley chikomi sideways here like this is to keep your body parallel to the wall. Okay? You want it to be straight here like this. Don't worry about turning your head, you just keep straight. Okay? Like this. The next volley chikomi we're going to do is a combination of the first one and the one that we just showed. So it's 1, 2, take a step, 3. Okay? This time, okay, I want to be looking down or looking outwards. Never looking sideways here like this or looking backwards. Okay? I want to be 1, 2, 3. Never like this. Okay? You want to be here or here. Alright? Trying to keep this leg as straight as possible and bend in this way. Another effective way to produce some power from the channel. Also carry volley chikomi. Okay, to start this out, what we want to do is we want to build strength and muscle endurance in this leg. So it has to be bent all the time. But we have to start at a very basic level. Okay, we can't be doing the full Soto volley chikomi right away because it takes timing and strength. First, we're going to put this hand against the wall. Okay, kind of like when we have our grip here and we're doing a Soto, right? Okay, so we keep our hand here. This one's going to always pull to the waist. Okay, so this one's here, it's bent. So what we're going to do is just do a small kick here like this. Okay, so what we're doing is we're kicking with the toe out. When we're coming back, we're bending again. Bend, bend. It's a double bend. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can just practice it with a small kick first. Okay? Just a nice small kick, and then slowly you'll be able to bend and do a high kick. Okay? What you want to do is to keep this very high, and then come back and through. Okay? Come back. My posture, I should be standing pretty well straight every time. Okay? So when I come through, every time I come through, I shouldn't be bending over. Only on the last one, like that. So it's just start out softly like this, okay? Then you build up your speed, so, and power through at the end. When we power through, we come here and we explode, kicking through, bringing our body down, looking straight, going through. So again, start very easy here, okay? Practice pulling with this arm, there, and here. Judo Saskatchewan's idea for developing competition judo. This is something that we touched on earlier in one of the Judo Saskatchewan newsletters. It is also, you'll be receiving some information on this in a complimentary little handbook that complements the video. Basically, there's a certain way to develop judo in Canada, and since we have so many things working against us, such as geographically, population-wise, sizes of our dojos, things like this, which make a big difference in producing judo champions, we have to have a system. So this system is not built as bread and butter, this is what you have to do to win. No, it's a system that should complement people's judo. It's a way to say, hey, this is a way for me to score a koka or even a pon at a good moment in a match. It's something that works with my judo and doesn't take things away, but it adds. Okay? So have an open mind to it, and it's something that I'd like to see our athletes do. So when I have to coach them, they have something similar. I say, do a leg grab, do this. They know what I'm talking about. Because of our geographical problems, then it's hard for me to coach every single athlete. So this is one of the reasons we're making this video and making these systems and things like that. So First we're going to start with the leg grab, to the double leg, to the teguruma, and then we're going to get on the ground quickly with the sankaku and with the jujigatami. I hope that you find this effective, and I think it's a way that we can produce some great judo. The cross leg grab. This is something that will help you set up techniques, and it's something that you can use at any point in a match as long as you keep in good posture. Okay, if you're fighting somebody and you're bent over here like this and going for a leg grab, it won't be effective. But if you're standing straight and coming for a leg grab, using your leg and your whole bodies, then it'll be effective. The cross leg grab, it's a very primal technique almost. Okay, but it does take timing. All right, so a person has a grip here. We take an under grip, strip down, grab over top, or we grab the lapel here. We pull this across. And by pulling this across, we've created timing, a nice change of balance, opening up the person's leg here so we can pull through. Okay, one important factor you've noticed is, okay, when I come here, strip the grip, pulled through, okay, I didn't bend my back, okay, I kept nice and tight. Almost put your head here, you can get the upper thigh. Then you can just power through. From this angle, you'll be able to see how my hand goes in and how I control this part of his body with my head. Okay, so I strip the grip, I grab over top, I grab the collar for me over top, I pull across. See, now I pulled this across and changed his balance. This hand goes in here. Okay, right in here. I block with my head on the shoulder, and come through. Leg grab can be very effective as a combination or a way of setting yourself up. If I'm fighting somebody here and I'm a good stand angle fighter, if I come in here, okay, and he steps back, that's perfect timing for a stand angle. Okay, so here, I step back, grab here, he step back, perfect timing. Teguruma. It's one of the most effective and dynamic throws in judo. It can be done either as a counter or as a direct attack. My partner takes an overhand grip. What I'm going to do is, I know he has a strong attack, strong Uchimata attack. I have to have good timing to be able to duck under and to counter him halfway through. So my partner starts to come in, I start my duck. Okay, as he starts to attack, I lift my leg through, throw. Okay, my partner's here, I duck, I'm in good clearance, control the head, lift up high, here, control, and throw. Teguruma, we can do just attacking straight on the person. Okay, my style is the person's grabbing over top here. Okay, we make an L. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pop the arm up, and duck under, and I'm stepping forward with this foot. So I'm a little bit behind Gonzalo. With this hand, I'm controlling. Okay, I have to control here. Okay, so I'm here, right, stepping, here, and lifting. When I lift, I use my whole body. Okay, my whole body to lift, nice and high. Okay, so I'm here, pop, here, lift. Okay, pop, here, lift. Pop, here, lift. I need to control the head. Pop, here, lift, and throw. Gonzalo has a very good variation for his teguruma. It's probably one of the most powerful and effective throws that he has. He captured the national championships last year with this throw, and it's something that he's become an expert at. He does it a little different because he was getting countered when he stepped forward and person was able to throw Uchimata, or he stepped forward and he was getting thrown Osotogari. So what he did was he started to step with the other foot, so that blocked this leg. This leg is no longer effective. Plus it's tilted me a little bit and knocking me off balance. He's remained tight here, and after that he just elevates and throws. Gonzalo's going to do some uchikomis off the grip to show you how it looks for the uchikomi wise. double leg grab. It has a Japanese terminology of Morotagari. It is a technique that is mostly seen in the last few dying seconds of desperation technique. But the Cuban judo team and an individual from Belgium, Vanderwall, use this technique as an effective throw at any point in the match. Because of using this technique as a tactical part of their judo, they're able to score when people don't expect a double leg grab. So it is something that you can use initiative off of grips, off of a hajime, at any point in the match, not just in the dying seconds. People expect it in the dying seconds, but during any time in the match, and you have the person off balance because they're scared you're coming for a double, that's when it's most effective. Gonzalo is an expert at doing a double leg. He has a bit of a wrestling background and is able to get in very effectively. One of the most important aspects is getting low, having the shoulder at the belt level, and trying to drive in a motion with your back straight up in the air and then sweeping the legs out. Okay, Gonz is going to show here a shot. Okay. He comes low. Okay, he's got a good straight back. He's low. He's in a good position to power up. Both legs powering. Now he has me. If he's going to do a bit of uchipomis for him, this is how we take the shots. Here, good. There. And then he would lift. Here, shoot. Takes the second step to help him through, and then finish it. For me, double leg was a very effective throw for me during my career. And it was a throw that people didn't expect because I was very tall compared to most of my opponents. It was a throw that I used as a tactical advantage to get a person down to groundwork, to actually score and to kill out a bit of the match. Because I get a shot in and really I'm not in that much danger. When I did it a little less technical than Gonzalo did, but just as effective. Okay, we start here, and I give him a big fake. Okay, most likely the person's weight goes upwards, a path for me to come through. Okay, nice and low, around the legs, here, or here, up, here, taking the legs through, putting the person down gently. Okay, I didn't actually practice, coming in. I just, when I did Mandori, I practiced, okay, I'm fighting a person, I want to get a double leg in here, there. Now I practiced getting it in that way. Okay, a lot of times when I did it, the person would spin out, which was great because it put me in advantage for Newaza. So I'd be here, I'd fake here, come here, the person spins out. I'm now on top to do Newaza. In a very good position. Jujigatami. It's one of the most effective and strongest international moves used by many of the countries around the world. Particularly the Great Britain team, they're amazing. If someone goes down in Newaza, you know that they're going to attack you with Jujigatami, yet they are able to execute almost 60% of the time, which is a great average. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two forms of Jujigatami, the spinning Jujigatami and also a Juji that I am pretty strong at and I think it's very effective. The spinning Jujigatami. Okay, we will start in the back of the person here like this. Alright, we put our foot in. Okay, one foot in here. Okay, what we want to do is we want to spin through. Almost like doing a break fall. Okay, I'm spinning through. See, just like doing a break fall. So I'm here, this arm is shooting through this arm, spinning. This knee comes up, around the head, and turns. Okay, up, around the head, and turns. Alright, so I take a step in, here, I start to spin in and around. Okay? The foot on the other side goes and hooks that other leg, preventing it to scoot away. If I let it go, then he can move in the other direction, and I'm not going to be able to get my arm lock. So I lock it in here like this. Okay? Then he can grab his belt. Alright? If he grabs his belt, that's great. If not, then I could probably straighten it from here. What I do from here is take this hand, grab the near leg, pull it, then grab the far leg, okay? And I want to pull it over my head, okay? Over my head using my legs and my hand, here, and here. Now I'm in a very good position. Okay? In this position, I want to grab my gi here and lean backwards. If I lean forward, he gains the power. But if I lean backwards, I'm keeping constant strain on his arms. Therefore, he's always working or I'm not working. Okay? At this point, I want to grab his judo gi and pull it nice and tight. Collapsing the other arm, and then bringing this leg over top and this one here. Now, bringing my knees together nice and tight, and I want to work at the wrist. Okay? So, if the wrist is open here like this, go there, I can come down to the side, which is the most important when you go to straighten the arm, is go to the head. Then turn, okay, here, and straighten. Okay? If, by some chance, we get to this point, and we're working against somebody, and they're very strong. Okay? They're so strong that you're unable to catch them, well, what you do is release your hand from here, put it over your judo gi, grab their belt, the palm facing up, turn their leg here like this, hand here, either grabbing their gi or just cupping. Here, bring the leg out, and come up for a pin. Osaikomi. The next Juji Utami that I'm going to show you is a Juji Utami that was taught to me by Neil Adams from Great Britain, who was world champion in 1981. This was his specialty, and this is what he caught almost all his opponents with. Okay, basically we're going to make sure we keep our weight down on our opponent. We're going to put our hand through, grabbing the collar, okay, just like this, all right? This hand here is going to grab the bicep, pull backwards, and with my knee, I'm going to block his knee, all right? Now I'm going to tilt. Okay, I've tilted, and now I'm in probably the best position you can be for attacking a person name otherwise. I can go for a strangle if I want to. I can probably kick the person out, pin. I have many options, but the option that I'm going to take will be to arm lock. Okay, so I'm here, the legs are in. Okay, I want to put one in. I'm going to fall to the side. I'm going to make some space with my body. I'm going to push the head. Okay? When I push the head, I'm going to release and grab his wrist and grab my wrist. So I push the head, release, grab his wrist, grab mine. 1, 2. Okay? I make a 4. Okay? Then I can bring my leg up here in good arm locking position. Grab my gi. Again, controlling. Here, here, and going to the head when I want to finish the arm lock. Sakaku Jimmy. One of the most effective Newaza techniques used today. It's a way to attack your opponent from the front. There's many different variations for this technique. We're going to show 2 basic fundamental ways of doing this sankaku. The rest, you're going to be able to follow yourself and experiment with different styles. For the first sankaku, we're going to start from the back. Okay, this hand is going to come inside and grab the wrist. Okay, I'm going to pull it in. All right, now I'm going to turn all the way around, facing him. Here, facing in this direction. Okay, my knee is going to block his head. It's very important. If it's way out here, I'm not going to have power. If I'm on this side, I'm not going to be able to turn him. But if I block his head, I'm able to turn him. I'm going to start to block here. Okay, I've got him controlled. Then I'm going to move this leg to the armpit. Turn the person over. Okay, I maintain this control. Hold the arm in. And come here. Pull it in, and then squeezing. If I'm unable to choke him, I'm going to take a big breath of air, and I'm going to come up and circle the leg. One important aspect when doing this sankaku is when you choke the person, the leg makes a triangle like this, and you squeeze down and together. This action here is the choking action. A lot of times you'll have good judokas and they'll get here and they'll only squeeze in this direction. But if you add this, it makes the choke very effective. The standard Sankaku Jimmy, attacking from the front. Okay? What you want to do, okay, grab the belt. Okay, there's many different ways to grab. Very effective. Grab here. Alright? Actually, I'll do it on the other side because I want to see that leg in here. So I grab that under grip here, and I turn. Okay? I come, and I try to put my leg right into the person here. Okay, right into the armpit. With this hand here, I grab the person's elbow. Right? I got the elbow here, I grab on top. Right? So I have good control. Okay? So I start here. Okay, if I want to open the person up, I drag him a little bit. I slip my hand here, palm facing up. Okay, thumb down. I drag, I open, I capture. This hand releases. I grab the arm, I pull it up, and I tilt. Okay? When I tilt, the first thing I should be doing is letting go and getting control of this hand. Okay? So I grab this wrist, put it down to the belt, grab the gi and put it in the hand. Okay, now I twist, and if worst comes to worst, if I release the legs, I have a very powerful grip here. Okay, I can control the person. Okay? If I don't get that hand, and he has a lot of ways to get out. And if I don't get the legs, he's all the way out. So it's very important that you grab this wrist after you turn him, put your hand through the hole, put it down to the belt, palm up, and put your gi into the palm, twist, pull in here. Then you can either choke or you take a big breath of air, coming on top, controlling. Gripping is the most important fundamental part of judo, of modern judo. The fact that every match starts with the gripping. You'll see matches in World Championship play where the person finally gets their good grip, they throw. And some matches where nobody throws because all it is grip fighting. Okay? The match starts with your hands. And being able to control the person with your hands means that you'll be able to throw that person. You want to get a grip that you can throw with. If you get a grip that you can't throw with, you're going to be confused yourself because you don't know what to do. So you want to be looking for an effective way to get a grip that will enable me to throw. So first I have to know what throws I do, and then what grips work with those throws, and then what hand my opponent is. Is my opponent right or left? Well, I split my opponent down right in the middle, okay, right off the gripping situation. If he leads with either hand, you'll know what grip he's taking or she's taking. So right or left, you have to be prepared. It's very important in gripping, it's very tactical, that you go and you watch your opponent's fights before you and after you, and even in the club. Then you'll be able to get better play and better opportunities to throw. If you know somebody's right-handed, you know that's exactly what they do. Usually, a person that grabs high over right or high left, okay, won't have too many techniques to the other side. Okay? If a person grabs double collar, they have many attacks. If a person grabs low, they might have one or two attacks strong to the other side. These are some of the ideas for you to think about when approaching attack gripping. Capturing our grip. There's many situations, many ways to do it. Okay, if we're in a right on right, left on right situation, the basics are we want to get the lapel hand first. If we don't get that lapel hand, they'll be able to get a dominant grip. So just come out, boom, capture. Okay, I've captured this grip, I can go and put another grip on or here. Okay, another way is, okay, I can cross grip here, keeping the person away. The person puts their hand out, okay, I capture the grip. Then I can come and get my second grip. Another way of capturing a grip, if I want to lead with this hand, usually in a left-right situation, is 1, 2 cross. Punch it in. You won't see world-class fighters just go, okay? A lot of times it's here, okay? It's a very aggressive way of getting their grips, okay? Another quick way, just simply punch it in, okay? Someone grabs a grip, punch it in, all right? So you can capture grips many different styles, many different ways, okay? It's just a matter of being very aggressive with it. Okay, again, this is one of the most effective when it's right on right or left. Just getting the hands here. A lot of times after you've captured a grip, it's very important to go and use that grip effectively. I've got one grip to hit 0. Now I have 2 to hit 0. Okay, one here, you can come slowly. Okay, one here, you can come slowly. Alright, so using your grip after you get it is very effective. Again, remembering what I'm looking for, why am I getting that grip? I'm getting that grip to do this throw. Here, here, here. So there's many different ways to capture a grip, but use it constructively. Why am I getting that grip? To go and get a throw eventually. Stripping and breaking. This happens when you're unable to capture your grip first, or you're in an equal situation. So if Ralph grabs the standard grip here, there's a very easy way to break it. This hand, go underneath. This hand, over top. Okay, posture, straight back. Okay, if I'm bent over and I go to strip, I'm in bad position. My head is the heaviest part of my body, so if I'm here, he can just pull easily and I fall off balance. So I want to be straight. Okay, this hand grab here, over top, straight. I'm going to go down and I'm going to step back. Okay, so here, down, step back. Okay, so I'm pulling the grip down off here, and then when I take a step backwards, I pull it off. Okay, so easily, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if Ralph grabs an overhand grip here, with this hand here, again, I try to get as close as I can. Here, here, okay, I plant my foot, I pull down, and I push back. Okay, here, I try to grab as high as I can. Here, I plant it on his shoulder, I post my head on his shoulder, step here, step back. It's almost like doing a push-up. Okay, another idea, okay, against a left-handed fighter, okay, we can come here and use our shoulder to strip the grip. Okay, so the person grabs here, my arm's underneath, I'm going to put my elbow up and I'm going to shrug my shoulder, just here like this. Now I've popped up and I can do an attack. Alright, I can also here, grab here, pop, come 2-on-1. Alright, I can also here, what I want to do, which is not really a stripping or something, I want to come across here, take a step forward, open up, and I can attack him. Okay? This is a bad position for me to plea in because he's got his elbow over my arm. Okay, so I want to put my shoulder under. Okay? I use my whole body. Okay? So I come here and I shrug. So I come across, shrug. Okay? So here, shrug across here, open up here, now I have a good chance to attack. Alright? When we get to a position where someone just comes out and grabs your gi like so, okay, you want to put your hand up. Okay, you notice? Okay, you noticed how much he's lost in his gi. Okay, here like this. Okay, so here, slap away. Or he grabs here and I just step back. Okay, here and I quickly take a step back and rip it in. Okay, so here, okay, and then I'm ready to go to reinitiate. Okay, important things. Okay, someone has a grip here, don't be throwing your body like this. If you throw your body in this direction too much, he can follow with an osoto and capture me very easily. Alright? Also, this technique is very, putting it behind your knee like this, you're falling off balance. Again, you can be captured with an osoto. So what you want to do, it's important, if someone just grabs you here, you can just put your hand up and slap it, or pull back and slap it. Okay? don't worry about, I see so many people just going like this. Okay? No, don't worry about it. Alright? If the person has overhand grip here, okay, don't be letting go of here to slap here. You're giving too much, okay? If a person has an overhand grip, just keep your hand inside the person's chest here like this, alright? And try to pull here or circle underneath. Or circle underneath this direction. Okay? Don't worry about, throwing it back too much. Or you can break it quickly like this. But don't let go with this hand to strip here. Because as soon as I let go here, he can throw very easily. I'm in trouble. Okay? So, again, right on right situation, if he grabs my here, break very easily. Okay? If I'm in this situation, I just want to be pulling it back, or circling over, pulling, or circling under, pulling. And then I can attack through. Alright? But it all starts with simple here, here, strip. Then I can attack. The gripping that we've been doing, we've been going through very quickly, but that's why we have rewind on the VCRs. Okay, it's a very serious matter, and if we really wanted to, we would spend a whole videotape on gripping. This is something that we might do in the very near future. But we're just giving you a taste, and most importantly is we want you to learn the good throwing techniques when we're touching on grips, because it is so important to judo. One other thing about gripping is you can use a 2-on-1 grip very effectively. You'll have 5 seconds to use it, but it can be very effective. If someone is grabbing you, and they're so strong on the left-right situation, again, you want to capture this grip first and pull the person down. Now you have 5 seconds to initiate some attacks, and you prevent the person from gripping high. It's also very tactically sound. Here. This person does not have very many attacks to do. You can hit the legs, you can attack here, try to knock the person down. Then you're on top of Newaza. Another tactical advantage. So that kind of grip is very tactical. You eliminate your opponent from getting a strong grip, you put them in a bad position, you can get some good attacks in, and you can also knock them to the ground. So you have a win-win situation. Another 2-on-1 grip is the cross grip here. Capturing this hand, okay, it's a circle, you can then attack. Okay, you have, again, 5 seconds with this grip. But you can be fighting and releasing. Here we go, 5 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, I released. I can hear, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, I released. So I can keep this cross grip as long as I keep on. And you can do many attacks from this position. Okay, another popular cross grip is one here. Okay, we hit the armpit here. This has 2 good advantages. One, okay, we got a good chance to go for kataguruma. 2, we're fighting a person that grabs overhand here. When he grabs overhand with the opposite hand, what we do is we capture here. When the person goes there, then we can elevate. We have good control. Look at the shoulder control. So those are examples of some 2-on-1 grips. Maybe just go out and play with them. A lot of times, gripping situations is just a matter of getting used to things. It's not a matter of this technique works with this grip. You never know. The drills that we are using are drills that have been initiated from around the world. There are techniques that are help simulate judo situations, breathing situations, muscle endurance situation, and tactical situations. They're very effective, and they're ways to help develop your judo club and help develop judo players. The Cuban Sedez drill. This is a drill that was made by former national coach Andre Sedez when he was observing the Cubans. It's a good way of combining your anaerobic lactate system and coordination. Basically, what it's going to be is using right and left repetitions. Okay, we're going to start with sound angle first. So our partner takes position like this. Okay, we rotate in sound angles on both sides. When we've finished doing 10 repetitions of those, 5 on this side, 5 on this side, or 10 on that side, 10 on this side, we go down, we do 10 push-ups. Okay? We get up, and then your favorite technique with a technique on the other side. For me, I would do Uchimata, coming back with Seoneki. Then I would go down and do some crunches. Then my partner would take a position. I would do Tekuruma, okay, on both sides. It's important that you lift every time and you bend your legs. Then down again, 10 push-ups. Okay, then we follow with 5 or 10 double legs. Hands up here, through. Okay, I can give the thing. Again, it's very important you lift every time. Keep your back straight, drive through. Then down, and some sit-ups. Then get up and follow with 5 throws. Okay, it's important that your opponent gets up quickly. Okay, this will enable me to get my throws as fast as I can. Cuban mirror drill. This is a drill that was used by the Cuban men's team, possibly one of the strongest teams that's ever done judo in the history of judo. They are so dominant because of their timing and because of their explosiveness. So this drill helps develop both of those. Okay, we both start with facing each other 1 mat apart. Okay, person comes in with their favorite technique, attacks, comes out. I follow the person, attack, come out. Okay, so it follows this distinction. Okay, so. Then we switch it to Tekuruma. So I come in here, lift, 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 okay, for 10 repetitions again. And then we follow with a double leg. Here, lift. Then we follow with throws. I come in, runs up, gets up, runs back. Another way of doing a mirror type of drill is with combinations. You can grab your opponent, whatever grip, whatever combination you use. So Ouchi, Taitoshi, okay, some follows, their combination. This is another way of doing a mirror drill, and it's very effective because you can use combinations. The off the grip drill. This is a drill that's very effective for developing throws off the grip. It's very simple, but very effective. This is a drill that I started to use after I won the 1995 Pan American Games. It helped me just attack a person as soon as we get in a gripping situation. So you start very slowly and you can build up your speed. Okay, person takes dummy position. Okay, you're rotating from technique to technique. What you want to do is go all the way around your opponent. Okay, you want to be able to attack in many different variations without changing your grip too often. Okay, I'm going to go a little quicker this time and show you how fast you can actually do this. The important thing is to attack hard. Your uke has to be a little hard and stiff so it can resist the attacks. This is a very simple and effective drill used by the Dutch. It's to be used at the end of practice when you're a little tired and you need to push it a little harder. And it's also a way of producing very good fast uchikomi and following through with your throw. Basically, it's a combination of speed uchikomi followed by 5 throws. The next drill is used by the Shukan Judo Club, the National Training Center in Canada. It's a drill that I used very much during my practicing there, and it's very effective for producing lactic acid buildup in tournament situation. Basically, it's 30 seconds of speed uchikomi, 30 seconds of moving uchikomi, and 30 seconds of throwing. We're not going to do that much of time here, but we'll give you this example. Okay, start with the speed uchikomi. Person comes in as fast as they can, as explosive as they can, technically as perfect as they can, for 30 seconds. Okay, then the coach will say stop, change, and he'll go to moving uchikomi. Okay, so moving, setting up his throws using his feet, attacking, okay, for 30 seconds in both directions. Okay, very effective. Then he'll say stop, change, and throw. 30 seconds of throwing. Okay. As fast as you can, make sure your face getting up there. Korean static uchikomi drill. It's a drill that can be used very effectively for producing combinations. You're doing static uchikomi, but you're combining 2 techniques. So let's say uchi, so. You can also have Sasai, and Seonagi, Kuchisakai. Okay, Uchigari. There's many variations. Have fun and try to find some that complement each other very well. Okay, the linking newaza drill is a very easy and effective drill that helps simulate move tachiwaza to newaza randori in a tournament. Basically, what you do is you start with your opponent. Okay, the coach says go. You throw your opponent. The opponent tries to spin to their stomach to protect themselves, and that's when the randori starts. You can range your randori from 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, so you come in, attack, okay, turns. Okay, now it's hajime, now it's randori. Speed newaza drill. Basically, it's normal newaza uchikomi, but you're doing it at a fast pace. What you want to do is maybe pick 2 techniques that complement each other and work them effectively. So you can either do this in 30 seconds or 1 minute. 1 minute is tough. If you're working at 100%, you're going to be tired at the end. Ukes, no resistance. You go with everything that they're doing. So we're going to show you an example of what a 30-second go. Go. Doing newaza like this will help you speed up and execute your technique in tournaments. The grip drill. This is a drill that is used to help simulate randori. What you do is you ask your partner to come out, okay? Tell him what grip to take. I want him to take a right grip. So I practice breaking the grip, getting my own grip, attacking. So he keeps on coming right. Okay, break the grip, move, attack. Okay, again, break the grip, move, attack. Okay, the next time, and we switch positions, the next time I'll ask him to take a left-handed grip. Okay, this time, okay, I'm fighting, here, breaking, and attacking. Okay, here, popping, attacking. Okay, here, attacking. This is a way to simulate difficult gripping situations in a very relaxed manner, in a way that you can transfer it to randori and tournament very easily. The Colorado drill. This is a drill that was specifically created to help adjust yourself to the altitude of Colorado Springs. They have an international competition there, the US Open. Basically, the drill is speed uchikomi, and what you do is you hold your breath, and you run to the length of your dojo, you run back, holding your breath. This is building up lactic acid because your oxygen, you need oxygen for your muscles to work effectively. We're cutting off that oxygen, so therefore your muscles have to work in a lower state. So this is going to be able to simulate working in elevation where you're not going to have as much oxygen as you would at sea level. We're going to do 2 rounds of it, and we're not going to run the whole dojo, we're just going to run a little partial of it. Okay, usually it's 10 repetitions, I'm only going to do 5 repetitions. Okay, so you're doing your speed uchikomi. Okay, at this point, take a deep breath, and you run the length of the dojo. You breathe out, and do 10 more. Okay, again, deep breath. Breathe out. It'll feel easy the first set, second set, and then all of a sudden you're doing 5 sets of 10. The third, fourth, and fifth will be very hard. It's very humbling drill, but it's very effective for judo. Try to go as fast as you can and try to hold your breath. This brings us to the end of our Judo Saskatchewan technical video. We hope that you find it resourceful and effective in teaching, and as something that you can refer back to when you're looking for to do different things in your judo club. I'd like to thank Ralph Ibanez and Gonzalo Ibanez for spending the afternoon to make this videotape. We'd like to make future videotapes a little more specific on different areas, but again, we want to hear the feedback and hope that this is an effective way of transferring the message of judo around Saskatchewan.